Hello, my chariots. My name is Hope, and this is Chariot Soul Tarot. So, look, I'm really trying to get my audio situation taken care of. I'm hoping today for sure that I've worked everything out. Um, I wish I was a better video editor, but there's always these little nuances that have to go into making sure the video is perfect. So, there were some adjustments. Hopefully, we are good to go. So today's reading is for the collective. My goal is to do one reading for the collective a week, and then every other week, do a pick a card reading, maybe more, pick a card readings if I can squeeze in the time. But this is my goal so far. So today we're going to do reading for the collective. Anyone that is meant to find this message or finds themselves here, this message is for you. So we are going to dive in. We're going to take a look and see what's going on with your person. All right. If you've seen some of my older readings, I do enjoy doing the classic Celtic tarot spread. So that is what I'm going to be doing for today's reading on your person. It's a nice deep dive where we can take a look and see what's going on and see what messages we get. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the tarot cards and we'll add some oracle cards as we go along. And hopefully you can hear me clearly. Please let me know in the comments if the audio has improved. All right, so let's take a look. The Nine of Swords. Ooh, rough way to start this reading, huh? The Two of Pentacles. The Sun. Two of Swords. Wow. We have the Queen of Wands. The Devil. Goodness. The Nine of Wands. Justice. Make some room here. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow. And the Ten of Wands. On the bottom of the deck. Goodness, we have Death. And I'm just going to get one or two of the, let's get two of these cards from Lumiere's tarot deck. I think this is Myth and Fire. All right, heavy energies, as you can see, the cards. Your person definitely is in a tough moment. All right, they have a tough battle that they're dealing with within themselves. I think you can understand that based on all the cards that came out today. Let's just take a look here. Divine timing. All right. And secret admirer. Ooh, okay. All right. So let's take a look. So if you remember this Celtic spread, right? We're going to look at your person's energy today for this message, this reading. Um, we have past energy, present energy, future energy. All right, your person's external energy. What's blocking them right now? Okay, down here we have their inner energy, what they're holding on to inside. This is how they are feeling over here, their environment, their hopes and or wishes. All right. And this card over here is the final outcome card. I like to use it as additional guidance. So if we're looking at this present moment right now, here is the Nine of Swords. We're talking about sleepless nights. All right. So your person, um, look how worried they are. I just feel that the energy that's coming through for this person, they have a lot going on. They have a lot on their plates. All right. And there's a burden that they're carrying with them. All right. This, what's blocking them, um, is coming through as the Ten of Wands. So you have the Nine and the Ten of Wands in present energy. So that's some pretty heavy energy to bear. Excuse me. This Ten of Wands, feeling like the weight of the world is on this person's shoulder, coupled with that Nine of Wands of sleepless nights. Whatever is on your person's mind is really, really, I hope I didn't call that the Nine of Wands. This is the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So, uh, in any event, definitely heavy energies here that your person is dealing with right now in this present moment. I feel with you, my chariots, we have the sun energy here, and that is what they experienced with you. I feel like there was a divine timing with this card coming through. There was a reason why the two of you met. And I do feel that, you were that spark of light for this person. You brought joy into their life at that time. And it's something that they carry with them, it's something that they do not forget. All right. But when I'm looking at their external and internal energies, they're both very similar. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. The number two is all about choice. All right, and having to make a choice. And the Two of Pentacles up here is showing me what a roller coaster this person has been on with their emotions. Okay. And they're very unbalanced at this time. All right. When you're looking at the Two Pentacles that they're trying to juggle with that water in the background and how rocky it is, again, your person's emotions are all over the place and they're very indecisive. So, what I'm feeling and picking up on is that they really need to put their foot down, that they need to make a decision, and that they haven't done that yet. Right. And because of that, that's why they're so out of balance. We have the Justice card here coming up in their emotions and how they're feeling, okay, when it comes to you and the situation and this connection. And I'm picking up, they admire you silently right now with the Secret Admirer card. All right. And I feel it's because they don't have the emotional bandwidth to be able to give to you right now. That's the feeling that's coming through. They're very um out of balance. All right. If I'm honest, the energy that's coming through, it feels like they're an emotional wreck at the moment. You know, this environment that they're showing up at, here is the Nine of Wands, and that's the wounded warrior, and that's definitely the energy that I'm feeling that's coming through from this person. They're very wounded, they're very hurt, and I feel like they have a long road ahead of them, to get this card that's blocking their energy right now to flip it upright so that we can end this cycle. You know, uh, if we can end this cycle here, you know the devil energy, the hopes and or wishes that are coming up, coupled with this final outcome card, is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like they feel they're bounded or trapped in a situation that they can't get out of. All right, so they're feeling stuck. That's the energy that I'm feeling at this moment. They feel stuck. They feel like their hands are tied and they feel like they can't go anywhere. And yet I feel with this devil card, you're on their mind constantly. All right. And that's creating, emotional distress because that's unhealthy, right? They're thinking of you all the time and yet they carry this burden and the weights of the world on their shoulders right now in this 3D material world. They have a lot on their plate. They don't feel like they can escape from that. When you look at the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles is all about freedom. All right. It's about independence. It's about enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I'm feeling that your person's struggling right now, because they don't have that. And I do feel with the death card here as the bottom, the card that's on the bottom of the deck is showing me, yeah, something needs to change. There's some sort of transformation that needs to occur in this person's life right now in order for them to be able to release this burden that they're carrying and move forward. Now, I just want to get one or two clarifying cards here, especially for this present moment. Let's just clarify this present energy. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. All right. So, and yet I'm looking at the bottom of the deck and I'm seeing the 9 of Pentacles because I do feel like your person is moving in life very slowly. They're not making, any necessary changes that they should be at this time. And if you've watched my previous readings, when this queen shows up to me, this is all about um, speaking the truth and having that heart to heart conversation that I feel is really needed right now. All right. Um, your person finds you very inspiring with this Queen of Wands energy here. They still desire you for as wounded as they are. I still see, this person looking, and I do feel like you're represented as the Queen of Wands here in this future energies. You may be that energy, that spark that pushes your person in the future to actually do what they need to do. But in reality, what needs to be done first with the Queen of Swords here, it's not just about desire, it's not just about inspiration and passion. It's if your person wants this freedom and independence, the first thing that they need to do is have a heart to heart conversation with themselves, and they need to have a heart to heart conversation with whoever is involved in this situation where they feel like they're trapped, they feel like they can't escape from, that they can't get out of the situation right now. All right. So, what I'm going to do is take some message cards. So, let's see what messages your person has for you today. Just being near you is intoxicating. I want to tell you how I feel. And notice I placed down this message. We have the Queen of Swords right here in the middle. So, you may be the first person that they need to actually have that honest heart to heart conversation with. It's time for me to heal now. And it's beautiful the way that card is coming out here, right aside of the wounded warrior. Okay, because this wounded warrior is very hurt. You can definitely tell in the lineup of these cards with the 2 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and then coupled with that cross card of the 10 of Wands, just the hurt and the burden. Uh, Very, very heavy energy right now that your person's feeling. I'll get a couple from heart to heart, maybe three. I forgive you. That's interesting, right? Did you perhaps run from this connection? Did you not stick around? I wish I could be a better me for you. And I'm attracted to you in ways that I cannot explain, hence the Queen of Wands. I do feel that's a very seductress, sexual, desire, passionate card. That's fire energy, that's Aries energy that we're talking about. And, I feel that your person has that deep desire for you, that deep connection. But why these twos are here and why they're all over the place is because their life is just not together. So, aside from the fact that they're feeling so deeply for you, it's sort of a toxic mess. Why we have this devil energy here. That's devil energy is Scorpio. And, it's unhealthy the way this person is carrying their life right now, which makes it then difficult for you to be involved with them, right? All right, so I'm going to close out this reading today. Let's get an oracle card as let's final advice. What do I want to use? Oh, let's this I forget this is what the one of the moon oracle decks. So let's see what comes through here. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details, which makes a whole lot of sense because I feel that your person has a lot to work out. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. All right. So I feel definitely that that is advice for you and the person that you're dealing with because their worth at this point, just reading, um, I've some of these cards, you could tell that they're dealing with a lot inside. All right, this could be someone that self-sabotages relationships because of the pain that they carry inside, why they may have pushed you away, which caused you to walk away. And it's also, to me, advice for you, reminding yourself that, you know, this person that's going through this difficult time right now doesn't mean that your worth is any less, and that you have to remind yourself of that as you move forward. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I sure hope that the sound is better. I don't want to do any more pick a card readings until I have this figured out. So hopefully we're squared away, and I'll see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, my chariot. What? You know what?